Gaffer, 1-1 draw here at Swansea. Fair to say it was a hard-fought, deserved point on the road tonight.
Yeah, it was definitely a hard-fought game. I thought we fully deserved the point. I thought if anyone was going to win it, as the game went on, it would have been us. But coming away from home and getting a point always has to be seen as a good point in the Championship, because there's no easy games, and we are a team that has been struggling a little bit away. So to go and get a point and show that real grit, togetherness again, and resilience. It's something to build on.
Were you happy with the start to the game, because there was a couple of openings and then obviously disappointing to fall behind in the manner that we did?
Yeah, I think overall second half we were much better than the first half in general, but we still had some decent moments around their goal in the first half. But we go down again in the game. I think we weren't quick enough. I think just before that goal, it wasn't necessarily how they broke through us, because that was a problem in itself, but we just got the ball back 30 seconds before that and we gave it away. You know they want to press, they want to counter press and get after you, but we didn't look after the ball well enough in those early stages, and then we got a bit deep. They had more possession. Second half, we pushed higher up the pitch with the back four. We were more aggressive in the press. We were forcing them into areas they didn't want to go, winning the ball a lot more and playing in their half. We had a lot of possession then, we were pushing them back, and I really liked the look of us in that second half, and we looked like the team that was in the ascendancy.
Latter end of the first half, Patrick's had a really good chance. We all know his quality. You'd probably imagine him to hit the target there. Kyogo's had one where Smokey's fizzed it across. It was just those nearly moments in the first half for us.
There was a few nearly moments. I think when the ball is trickling its way across to Patrick, I'm thinking that's the player you want, because he's got such a good left foot. He's really good at finishing those type of chances, and I could see he was very frustrated with himself. He kept on playing it over, I think, in his mind for a few minutes after that. But he knows you're going to get another chance later in the game. This time it was on his right foot and he hit it really well.
We see a lot of games, particularly in the Championship, 1-0, you've got to stay in it. What was the message to the players at half-time?
I think at half-time it was to stay calm. We're well in the game and we can play more, we can press more, we can be more aggressive and quicker in everything that we do. There was an extra 10% in there. We just weren't at our level. I knew there was much more, so I just encouraged the players to be a bit more aggressive, push up the pitch, get after them a little bit more, play forward, get on the ball, and just increase the speed of the game. And I think we saw a good reaction, and we were pushing them back. Being 1-0 up, obviously they're in protection mode a little bit, and we pushed them back and obviously got a deserved goal. And again, I think there was a chance later on where I think the keeper's made a good save down to his right that could have gone in. So, but I like the way the players approached the game, the second half in particular.
There was a period where Jay came off the bench and probably a really good 10 or 15 minute spell before Patrick's goal, so you felt like we were growing more and more into the game at that point. Yeah, definitely.
It was coming, wasn't it? You could see we were pushing. When we got control of the ball in their half, we did look dangerous, and the goal was a good example of that. Obviously our left fullback crossing the ball and right winger scoring, so we're getting good numbers forward. I think there was 4 in the box, both wingers, 9 and a 10 in the box when the cross comes in, so we had good numbers in, which shows that desire to go and score a goal. And like I say, I thought we kept pushing pretty well, attacking down towards our fans at the end. It was a big encouragement for the boys. And on another day we could have gone on and got 3 points, but we obviously take a point from here and move on.
A word on Patrick's goal. We all know his quality, but just tell us how difficult that is, because the ball's come in, I think it's sort of flicked into him, he's had to control it, drop a shoulder a little bit to get a half a yard and then produce a really, really good finish off the bar.
Well, I think he took I think it was a flick from Marvin, an initial shot, and the ball's broken, and what he's done very well is kept his balance, and that is obviously what he's fantastically balanced player, so he stayed on his feet really well. He's got to the ball, and then they're easy ones to hit straight at the goalkeeper, but he's lifted it up high when the keepers will normally go down when it's close to them, so he's hit it up high, and good power on it, and won't score too many off his right foot, I'm sure, but it was a big moment, and it reminded me of the moment he had away at Wrexham, I think, the second half. He scored an important goal there, so he's been a very good player for us.
We spoke after Coventry about the qualities needed to win games at this level, showed it again against Cambridge. Resilience, character, all those hallmarks were on display once again tonight, so you must be really pleased with the effort that the players have put in.
Yeah, definitely, and I think it's always nice to send the travelling fans home with a little bit of pride in their team. You know, we all want to win every single match, but they can see that that's a team fighting for the badge, fighting for the club, showing character, showing grit and determination, and as a fan that's what you want to see. So we've sent them home at least proud that they've seen a Birmingham City team fighting. And we had some away games this season where we haven't done enough of that, but the last 3 matches I've been really pleased. We've looked like a team. We know we've got quality, and you know other teams have got quality, so it's football, you know, but you have to be a team and you have to show a certain spirit, and I think we've had that in the last few games.
Understandably, the away form has come under criticism because we haven't got the wins that we probably should have. What does tonight tell you about the character within this group and how we can really push on now in this next block of games? Well,
I'd say they were sort of disappointed. I think the players, they wanted more. They wanted to win this match, you know, and you could see that they were a little tinge of frustration that they couldn't go on and win it, which is a good sign. But the away form obviously has had to improve, but it will only improve if we have all these ingredients. You know, we're going to have chances in games, but there's a certain resilience and determination you need away from home. There's difficult places to come. Again, Swansea's tails were up. They got the goal. Up goes the stadium, and the trick is not going 2 down. And if it's 1-0, the game's always alive. And we managed to do it and get something from the game.
Just finally, Gaffer, first time we spoke to you since the arrival of John Solis on loan from Girona. Just a little word on him and the qualities that you hope he can bring in this second half of the season.
Very pleased to get John in. Obviously, he's big physical number 6 midfield player, 6'8". You know, he can play and get on the ball and pass, and then he can join in. But he's a good size. He's got good experience, having played as in the La Liga for Girona. So as soon as I saw him and we started doing the work on him, I was really keen to try to get him in. I think he'll add to our squad. We're obviously a little bit light on numbers. We've got the league campaign, the FA Cup was still in, so there's going to be plenty of games. So we need to really have a strong squad, and I think he's definitely going to add to that.
Well done tonight.
Thank you. Cheers.